All right, and good afternoon, State.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
All right, hello, Mr. Byrd, how are you?
Good, Judge Curley, how are you?
Doing fine, thank you. Ms. Fenton, you are here on 3 counts of, hold on. One, failure to, hit and run, failure to remain at the scene of a serious crash involving serious bodily injury. 2 counts of failure to remain at the scene involving, remain at a crash involving death. That is 2 counts of that. Right now, your bonds are 0. Your court date right now is April 4th. Follow your attorney's instructions on your appearance. And Mr. Byrd, if you could give me your recommendation as to bond, please, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor, Ms. Fenton is lawfully entitled to a bond, so not listed as a dangerous crime. Ms. Fenton is 72 years old. She has absolutely 0 criminal history. Last I spoke with her, I don't think she's had a traffic ticket in 10 years. She has owned a place in the Meadows community for 9 years. She's owned the current villa she's in for 2. Prior to that, she had a house for 7 years. So she has a stable residence. She's been living in Sarasota for at least 9 years. She's recently retired. She was working in hospice, retired about 3 or 4 months ago, so has family. I've communicated with a lot of her family. She's absolutely no risk of flight, so we knew that this was coming down. She hired me pretty much right after the event. Obviously, it's a tragic event. And when she did hire me, she communicated with law enforcement. She cooperated with them. She spoke with them. She consented for them to take her car. I've been in communication with law enforcement. We have known that this shoe was proverbially going to drop. She's made no effort to leave. She hasn't left the county since then, hasn't really left her house. I just recently met with Officer McCluzak, as the lead officer in the case, at my office, not once but twice, where she consented to them to take her phone without making them get a search warrant. She's been completely cooperative with the investigation. As I said, she's 0 risk of flight. She's certainly not a danger to the community. She has no criminal history. She's 72. I would ask the court to set bond at $10,000 per count. She is retired. She doesn't have great means, has a modest place in the Meadows, and you can also place her on supervised release with whatever conditions that you deem appropriate.
All right, State, can I legally leave her bond at 0 and set this case for pretrial detention, or is she legally entitled to bond?
Judge, she is legally entitled to a bond. The legislature has not included leaving the scene with death as an enumerated offense.
Okay.
And while I disagree with the legislature on the reasoning behind it, she is entitled to a bond.
Okay, and what is the state's recommendation?
I would like to put a couple of facts on the record, Your Honor, if
Sure.
I may. So, on February 10th, 2025, around 8:30 in the evening, Taylor Bennett, Donzel Gallagher, and their 4 young children were crossing State Road 683 around 7th Street. Taylor, Kylan, and Rio make it halfway through the middle of the street, and